Good Morning Britain presenter Susanna Reid shared an important news announcement from Canada on Tuesday. Good Morning Britain was halted for breaking news on Tuesday, April 29, as host Susanna Reid issued an important update. During today's edition of the hit morning programme, Susanna and her co-host Ed Balls were chatting to commentators Kevin Maguire and Andrew Pearce about the biggest news stories. However, the conversation was soon interrupted when the hosts received urgent news from Canada. Can we just turn our attention to matters in Canada? Not something I would normally say at this time of the programme. But the former Governor of the Bank of England, Mark Carney, has just been elected leader of Canada, Susanna said. We have a breaking news part of his speech which we can bring you now, she continued as live images of Mark's speech were shown on screen. In the short clip, Mark was seen saying, "America wants our land, our resources, our country. Never. But these are not idle threats. President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never, ever happen." Back in the ITV studio, Susanna explained that Ed had previously had dinner with Mark and knows him pretty well, adding, "So, Ed, is he the man to stand up to Donald Trump making a land grab for Canada? Look, he has absolutely seized the moment, and the reality is that he was never a politician. He was the Governor of the Bank of England, and at the time when he said he'd stand to be leader just a few months ago, everyone thought that they were finished, that they had no chance," Ed explained. The Liberals were out, Justin Trudeau was very unpopular. Donald Trump then says, "I'm going to declare economic war against Canada, I'm gonna make them the 51st state," and Mark Carney has stepped up, and he's totally transformed Canadian politics. The presenter concluded, "He's just won an election, he's going to be Prime Minister for the next few years. What a turnaround." Both the Liberal Party, led by Mark Carney, and Pierre Poilievre's Conservatives dominated the election, leaving the two other major parties, the Bloc Québécois and the New Democratic Party, NDP, in the dust. The Liberals were projected to win more of Parliament's 343 seats than the opposition Conservatives. However, it wasn't immediately clear if they would win an outright majority.